Imagine being 12 years old and showing up looking like you stepped out of a music video. Face tattoos, icy blue eyes, a diamond grill, all on a private jet headed to a concert full of grown-up chaos. That's exactly what happened when 12-year-old North West, daughter of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, made headlines overnight. But the questions this raised weren't just about her look, they were about fame, parenting, and how much is too much when childhood collides with the spotlight. It started innocently enough. North boarded a private jet with friends, decked out in a look that sent social media into overdrive. Blue braided hair, icy contact lenses, fake tattoos drawn across her face, a sparkling grill, and henna across her hands. In several posts on her TikTok account, she captioned a moment saying, "Fake piercings and fake tats for life," while comments were turned off. At first glance, most people assumed it was a Halloween costume or a themed photo shoot. But no, it was her real look for the night, and she wasn't hiding it. The internet exploded. Some praised her confidence and creativity, others were shocked that a 12-year-old was being styled like a grown-up influencer. And the look wasn't the only thing raising eyebrows, it was where she was going, and who she was going with. North and her entourage were headed to a concert connected to the Opium label, the same one associated with artists like Playboi Carti, Destroy Lonely, and Ken Carson. These are performers whose music isn't exactly Disney-friendly. Their lyrics are explicit, their personas intense, and their reputations shadowed by serious allegations. For most adults, their shows are chaotic and wild. For a child, it's another world entirely. Fans began asking the same thing. Why was Kim letting this happen? Why was North, a preteen, surrounded by artists accused of violence and disturbing behavior? Where was the boundary between self-expression and irresponsibility? Kim Kardashian has long said she wants her daughter to feel confident and creative. She's called North a leading lady in the making. On a podcast interview, Kim even admitted she sometimes crosses the line when it comes to styling her daughter. She told the story of allowing North to wear a corset-style outfit while traveling through Europe, something she later regretted when the photos spread online. She said she realized too late that it wasn't appropriate, adding, "Okay, we're never wearing that again." Meanwhile, Kanye West has made his position clear in the past. He once said he would never let his daughter be used by TikTok or Disney, insisting he wanted to protect her from being commercialized. "I am her father," he said. "I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by the system." But these days, Kanye has been quiet, physically distant, and largely uninvolved. That silence, to many fans, feels louder than ever. The clash between Kim's openness and Kanye's protectiveness has always been public. Kim believes in freedom and self-expression, while Kanye pushes for control and boundaries. Their daughter is caught in the middle, growing up under two very different philosophies. And in today's age, those differences aren't just family matters. They're broadcast for the world to judge. Then came another moment that added to the narrative. Kim admitting she doesn't know how much a gallon of milk costs. It was meant to be a casual comment during an interview, but it instantly became a meme. Her ex-brother-in-law, Scott Disick, even mocked her publicly, posing with grocery bags and milk jugs as a joke. The internet laughed, but the moment revealed something deeper: the massive disconnect between the Kardashians' luxury world and the everyday realities of parenting. It's easy to lose touch with what normal looks like when your life has always been a production set. This disconnect isn't new. Kim has always been criticized for her glamorous but distant approach to life. Remember the infamous moment in 2011 when she dropped a diamond earring into the ocean and had a full meltdown on camera? That scene became legendary, symbolizing both her wealth and her fragility. Her sister Kylie dove into the water and found the earring, turning a shallow moment into an unforgettable one. That was early-era Kim, dramatic, privileged, but self-aware enough to turn the chaos into content. And somehow, not much has changed. The same dynamics are showing up now with her daughter. North West is growing up in a world where fame is not just a byproduct, it's the default setting. She's already attending high-profile fashion shows, performing on stage, and running social media accounts that rack up millions of views. For most kids, middle school is about homework and hobbies. For North, it's brand shoots, concerts, and paparazzi flashbulbs. Fans are divided. Some say she's simply a creative, confident kid expressing herself. Others think she's being pushed into the spotlight too soon, repeating a cycle of overexposure that began with her mother's rise to fame. And they're not entirely wrong to worry. Hollywood has a long, painful history of child stars who were never given space to be children. When Kim says she's letting North find herself, the public hears she's being molded for the next generation of the Kardashian brand. And when Kanye says he doesn't want her on TikTok, the public hears he's trying to control her. Both narratives have truth in them, but neither fully fits. What we're really watching is the collision of two different versions of parenting under a microscope, magnified by billions of screens. The real concern isn't just what North wears or where she goes, it's what she's surrounded by. At that concert, the headliners weren't just edgy rappers. They were men accused of mistreating women, getting into violent altercations, and behaving in ways that no 12-year-old should have to witness. One artist's ex-girlfriend described horrifying experiences online, saying she'd been injured during an argument. Another performer was detained by police after allegedly attacking his partner. Playboy Carti, the main headliner, was also accused of harming his girlfriend, reportedly so violently that their driver had to stop the car to separate them. These aren't just internet rumors. They're documented incidents that shape public perception. So when fans saw Kim proudly letting her daughter attend that show, they weren't just judging the outfit, they were judging the entire environment. It raises a haunting question. When you're the child of two of the world's most famous people, does protection look different? Does freedom mean the same thing? In Kim's world, image is everything. Every outfit, every photo, every video post contributes to a story, and North is already a part of that story. She's a child growing up in a house where fame isn't a dream. It's a family business. Kim has said that she's hands-on and involved in everything her daughter does, but when your life is a constant balancing act between personal moments and public ones, even the best intentions can blur into branding. Then there's the fame inheritance factor. North isn't just Kim's daughter, she's the heir to a legacy built on visibility. From the family reality show to beauty lines, fashion deals, and public appearances, the Kardashian empire runs on attention. And that's what makes this situation so complex. What looks like freedom might also be the next phase of marketing. When Kim says she's proud of her daughter's confidence, it's genuine. But it's also the same kind of language she used to describe her own journey into fame. History, in a way, is repeating itself. Kris Jenner was the original momager, shaping Kim's career into a global phenomenon. Now people are calling Kim the next momager in training, guiding her daughter toward the same glittering, controversial path. And yet there's an undeniable sense that Kim truly believes she's doing what's best. She grew up under public scrutiny herself and knows how harsh the media can be. She's said that she wants North to feel strong and unapologetic, not scared or silenced. But that good intention exists in tension with a very modern truth. Every post, every appearance, every choice feeds the content cycle. And the content cycle never stops. Kanye, for his part, has always positioned himself as the rebel father, the one standing against Hollywood's machinery. His earlier outbursts about TikTok and Disney weren't random. They were rooted in his fear that his children would become products of the same system that made their mother famous. Whether or not you agree with his methods, you can see the underlying concern. What happens to innocence when it's broadcast? That question keeps coming back. Because when North posts a video lip-syncing to adult lyrics or shows up with fake tattoos at a concert filled with scandal, it's not just a moment of fun, It's a viral moment waiting to happen. Millions of people weigh in, strangers debate her childhood, and a 12-year-old becomes the center of an adult conversation about fame, image, and morality. The irony is that Kim herself once said she wants to protect her kids from what fame did to her. But the mechanisms of fame are hard to escape. The Kardashians don't just live under the spotlight, they own it. Every crisis becomes content, every scandal becomes marketing. And that cycle doesn't pause just because the next generation is younger. Still, Kim insists she's doing her best. She's raising 4 children while juggling businesses, law school, and non-stop media attention. She's been open about the difficulty of co-parenting with Kanye, especially since he's largely out of contact. She said she wants to build confidence in her kids, not fear. It's a noble idea. But in practice, that balance between exposure and empowerment can get blurry fast. So where does this leave North West now? She's 12, with millions of followers, front row seats at fashion shows, viral TikToks, and a mother who's one of the most photographed women on the planet. She's growing up inside a culture that celebrates spectacle, and she's already part of it. The fans are split. Some cheer her on, saying she's brave and talented. Others feel uneasy, warning that the spotlight burns fast and bright. They see a pattern. Child stars being molded before they even understand what fame really costs. Maybe that's the biggest takeaway from this whole story. It's not just about a child dressing boldly or a celebrity mom making controversial decisions. It's about the blurred line between parenting and publicity. It's about a generation growing up online before they ever get to decide who they are offline. At the end of the day, North is still a kid. But she's a kid living in a world where cameras never stop flashing and opinions never stop forming. Between her father's protectiveness and her mother's openness, she's learning how to navigate 2 extremes. And the world is learning right along with her. Because this story isn't really about Kim or Kanye. It's about what happens when the line between childhood and celebrity disappears. When self-expression becomes content and growing up becomes going viral. It's about how we, the audience, play a part in it. Every like, every comment, every view fuels the same cycle that blurs those lines even more. So maybe the question isn't just, what is Kim doing? Maybe it's, why are we watching? Is this creative empowerment or overexposure? Is this just a mother supporting her daughter or a brand shaping its future? Whichever way you see it, the story is still unfolding. North West is growing up fast, and the whole world is watching every step she takes. And now I want to know what you think. Should Kim set stricter boundaries and protect North from fame before it's too late? Or is this simply what modern self-expression looks like in a famous family? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into celebrity culture and the stories behind the spotlight. Because if this saga proves anything, it's that the end.